You know, I've seen my dad sit there and abuse my mother verbally, physically, whatever the case may have been. Is that okay for a man to do that to me? Even though he showed me a good, my dad always was nice to me and sweet to me.
You know, through experience, I didn't experience it, but through friends' experience, like I have a friend whose father raised her. You know what I mean? Like she grew up, he raised her, and he instilled so many like really good values, but he also did him. You know what I mean? So growing up now, like she's smart where she can like realize like this man is like that or this man is like that.
That's scary too.
But it's still kind of hard to juggle, like which way does she go? You know what I mean? In certain situations, if they're treating the mother like that, a lot of times the mother can be bashing the father. If you're treating the mother of your child like that, and if the mother is just bashing the father to the child, then the effect is just going to be like that child is going to be lost when she's an adult, and she's not going to know what to choose. She's not going to know which way to go because her mother is bashing the man, and her father is showing her how she should be treated, but he's not treating someone like that. So I feel like it definitely could be confusing, like just to be on the man's side a little bit. I just feel like he may be trying to show her like, yo, this is how you are absolutely supposed to be treated.
But that might not be a good thing, and the only reason why I say that is, again, I'm not trying to bring up different celebrities, but when you put your life out there,
it's out there.
It's out there.
Yeah.
So you got little girls like Reginae. She's 18, 19 years old now, right? This is Lil Wayne's daughter.
I don't know who that is.
She's Lil Wayne's daughter, Toya Wright and Lil Wayne's daughter. And you can't tell her nothing because of her father. You can't tell her a thing. She knows who she is, she knows who her father is, she knows what she's about. No man can come step to her like she's crazy. So that might not be a good thing. Because now you have so much expectation on a man to try to be what your father is, and ultimately that could destroy you. Because you're looking for something that you might never get out of this man.
Yeah, I think
you can't find a father in the husband.
Yeah.
You can want a father for your kids out that husband. You can't find your father. And I think a lot of women do tend to do that too. Is trying to find that father figure in the man that they date. I know I've tried to do that without having a father. So even Beyonce made a song. I wanna like my father. What is it? She did some song about her father.
I know what you're talking about, but I don't know how the tune goes. I don't know if that was
it wasn't the tune, but whatever.
I don't think that was
the concept of it is she's trying to find somebody that's like her father, but when in fact Beyonce's father even cheated on her mother.
I mean, everybody has their own stories or their vices of what they like and what they do and everything. But when you bring a child into this world, you want to show them the best you. You know what I mean? And that's what I feel like these men are doing. Now, the effect that it has on these children, on these daughters, or even on their sons. You know what I mean? Like my child's father, for instance, like when he was growing up, his grandfather showed him, his grandfather raised him, and his grandfather showed him like, you always take care of home, no matter what. Whether it's like paying the bills, taking care of home, you know what I'm saying? But on another side, he saw his grandfather step out on his grandmother. You know, he saw that. So he's seeing a man, treat his family like, family is number one. I have to make sure I take care of home, but I'm taking care of home, so I'm going to do this. So the effect it has on children is, they
soak all that in.
They soak all of it in, and they just may be like that. So with men and daughters, I feel like with the men, they're just trying to show their daughters like what to actually
But we need to also explain that men need to start treating these mothers
definitely
correctly.
They have to.
At the end of the day, this woman birthed your child, held your child for 9, 10 months, however long, your child was held.
If we just get to a point where it's like just understanding that woman, just
it's hard to understand the opposite sex though, and I think that again, that takes up someone with a deep mind and deep perspective to really understand the opposite sex. Because a man, at least I'm speaking of I can't figure out men.
Because I'm not a man. Men can't figure out us, so we just have to
Right.
That's the balance. That's where the balance comes in.
Right.
And speaking of balance, you have to know how to balance your relationship with your child or daughter, like whether it's a son or your daughter, and balance the relationship with their mother.
Yeah.
Regardless if you're with them or not, you have to be able to do that, where you're just showing your children positivity. Like obviously, they need balance too. They need to see like the positive and the negative.
Yeah.
Like everybody's not going to agree.
Everything's not gonna be a perfect
It's not going to be perfect. So they need to see that as well. But they need to see you guys grow. You know what I mean? Everybody's growing together. They need to see you guys growing and need to see that, okay, you know, mom and dad are not together, or mom and dad had an argument, but they came from that. They were able to come from that and just like.
So what age do you think is appropriate to start showing a child that? Because, again,
as early as.
I don't think so. I have to disagree with you, because a 7 and 8-year-old is not going to understand what you're talking about.
You think they don't?
They may understand, but they don't understand.
They don't understand.
They're like, okay, I can see the argument going on, but why is this argument going on?
Yeah, and then you know when they understand it? When they're adults. So it is very important for you to show them these things. That even with my kid's father, like, he doesn't understand that they knew so much at a young age. Like, they know.
Yeah, they're not dumb. You shouldn't treat them like they're dumb.
Like, they are all into technology. They know the world around them.
Right.
So if you're like, okay, I'm going to keep this from them, or I'm going to do this, they're going to know. So I feel like you definitely should introduce like a common, like a good relationship at a young age, you know? Like, I'm only speaking from my experience right now. Like, me and my boy's father, we didn't get along well from, my kids are 11 and 9 right now. Like, let's say from damn near birth of my second child until maybe like 6, 7. That's when it starts to get better, you know what I mean? And I always like told him, like, I really want them to see us being able to get along. And we had to grow to that point.
Yeah.
Right now, do they remember that? Like, we never really argued in front of them, but how our relationship was then, if it was like that now, they definitely like understand, like, oh, they don't get along. They don't like each other.
No, I definitely agree with you on that, because like I said, I mean, I remember things back when I was 5, 6 years old from my father and my mother, and I was a baby. I couldn't even imagine a 5, 6-year-old standing in front of me understanding if somebody was to hit me, what that meant.
Exactly.
But I did understand that. I knew that something bad was going on, even if I didn't know to what dynamic.
Do you think that men should, like, if this family is not together, right? Do you think it's important for the families to come together, even if they're not together, like go out sometimes together as a family, just to show them these things? Or do you think that's confusing as well? Because how are they treating them like a queen? How are they gonna treat the mother like a queen and they barely even see each other? Just talking to them, like, and just being cool with them?
So
or
what I would say, and I will answer that, is as it's all about respect.
Yeah.
I think that when it comes time to family things, it should be family things. Birthdays, holidays, you gotta respect it, unless they have another family. But I do just believe on this topic that treat your children and treat the mother of your kids on the same respect level. You should not show your child how disrespectful you can be to their mother if you're gonna raise them up to be queens and kings. That's just it.